Hello friends, just a real quick introduction before we get into this video. At the time of recording this video, there have been over 20 food processing plants or food manufacturers, food warehouses that burnt to the ground within the past 12 months. So with the fertilizer shortages and even the President of the United States talking about there possibly being food shortages being real, it is becoming more and more evident that it looks like we're going to need to start growing our own food. So the whole purpose of this channel is to help people, give them tips on growing their garden foods, on how to store food, just tips and tricks on homesteading ideas and such. Today's video we're talking about seed starting mix, and a byproduct is feeding your chickens for free with the little surprise that we found in our compost pile. The reason that your seed starting mix is so important is because you don't want your seed to not be able to sprout to life at the most delicate time of life. So you could get something like peat moss and there's not enough nutrients in there, so your seed will sprout up, and then there's no nutrients in the peat moss, and then it'll just die away, or it'll just sit right there and it'll never grow. If there's too much nutrients in your soil or in your seed starting mix, your seed will sprout up, and then the roots will burn, and then your seed will die. If the soil is too hard, your seed will crack open underneath the soil, and then it will never be able to come up because it just doesn't have the strength to break through. So in my opinion, what we are about to show you is the best seed starting soil that we could come up with that is absolutely free. It's stuff you're doing already. You're mowing your grass, you're collecting leaves, and it's amazing. It takes 12 months to do, so you got to start right now over the course of the summer, and you can have this ready for next year's garden. Which if there's going to be food shortages this fall, there's definitely going to be food shortages next year because food doesn't grow over the winter. All right, don't mean to scare you. It's just stuff like this I think is really important. All right, let's get into the video. Ready?
Yeah.
Hello friends.
I'm Grayson.
And I'm Dad. You're supposed to say welcome to the Gregory Boys homestead.
Oh.
Go ahead, tell them.
Welcome to Gregory Boys Homestead.
So today we have, this is some super awesome information. You're going to want to check it out. At least give it a listen. Give us a thumbs up even if you go away halfway through the video. It really helps us out. We're just trying to help people with their gardens and doing some homestead stuff. So the more people get to see this, the better. We're just trying to help people. So what we got today, what we're going to show you today is how to get the best, super awesome, at least in my opinion, seed starter mix for your garden. How to get some free food to feed your chickens, or perhaps your snakes, or geese, or whatever type of birds or small, even your reptiles if you got those. But we're feeding our chickens. So it's going to be some super awesome seed starter mix. It's going to feed your chickens, and it's going to be awesome soil for your garden. Do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Okay, tell them.
Here's a fun fact. Did you guys know that grubs can bite you?
Yeah, this is crazy. So we found some grubs, and he was reaching into the jar to give the grubs to the chickens, and he kept saying, ouch, like the grubs were biting him. I didn't know grubs could bite. So you might turn into a grub or something if they were biting you. Who knows what happens when a grub bites you?
I think I'm turning into a grub.
All right, so let's get into it. Where this is all coming from is our compost pile. So I think our very first video in this series is how we started this compost pile. And this thing is massive. It's like, I don't know, 20 feet long and 15 feet wide, and it started out at least 5 feet tall, and now it's down to about, I don't know, about 18 inches, but it's been well over a year, maybe 18 months, I'm not exactly sure. The fall of 2019 is when we started this pile, and this is where everything is coming from. So all I'm going to do is, oh, let me show you what we got here. So right there is our compost pile, and it might not look that big in the video, but it is at least 20 feet from there all the way to over there, and at least 15 feet from here to over where the tractor is. My 1940/39's got some 39 parts in it, Farmall Model H with a scoop loader on it. So what we got here is a screen over top of our wheelbarrow. You want to know how to build one of these? Just tell me in the comments, and I'll make a step-by-step video on how to build one to perfectly fit your wheelbarrow or whatever type of device you want to use. So this is 1/4-inch screen that I have made into like a frame here. And what I'm going to do is take a shovel load of this stuff, and then I'm going to put it on here, and then my lovely assistant is going to spread it out. So let's make that happen real quick.
Yep. Okay, so guys, got our dirt here. Now we're just gonna spread it out like this. This is how we spread it out. Oh, this is a big stick, guys. Looks like an arrow.
Right off the bat, there's 2 big old grubs, and they're gonna feed our chickens.
Yummy.
Okay, open up your container, and we just stick them right here in the container. Okay, go ahead, spread this out some more. Oh, was there another grub right there?
Yeah.
So there's 3 grubs now. Show them the grub. So that's grub number 3. Just from 2 scoops of this compost, that's just been setting here. We haven't turned it over. We mixed it together, and you'll see how we made it on our very first video if you want to go back and look at our very first video on how we make our compost. So, and as we rub this over, the small particles of the compost drops down into the wheelbarrow, and then we get left with chunks that have not broken down yet. And then Mr. Grayson is just going to swipe that right off the side.
And the first time doing this.
Yep, Grayson already found another grub. You want to show them grub number 4? Grub number 4.
Yep.
Feeding our chickens like crazy, getting some. Oh, there's grub number 5. Feeding our chickens like crazy and getting some of the most awesome compost topsoil / seed starting mix that you could ever imagine. All right, so I'm going to stop the video here and
fast forward.
Yeah, so we're gonna spread out a little bit, maybe like 10-15 shovelfuls, just until this wheelbarrow is filled up, and then I'm gonna show you what is in the wheelbarrow. All right, we're gonna get to work. We'll be right back.
Yep. Goodbye.
Don't goodbye, just say give us a second.
Give us a second.
We've returned. We're gonna give you 3 seconds to guess how many grubs we got. We're running out of light, so we kind of just cut it a little bit short, but
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Did you guess?
We got 13 grubs.
We got 15 grubs.
15?
15 grubs. Show them all the grubs you got. Like hold it, bring it over here and let them see all the grubs that are in there. That is so many grubs. Hold on, let me see. Hold it like that. Yeah, look at all those crazy grubs.
Hopefully they don't bite me.
They're gonna bite you for sure. We don't know if our chickens are gonna be awake, but we'll go over there here in a second and try to see if they're still awake out of their coop. And Grayson can feed you. But, okay, so let me show you what we are producing here. The grubs are just an awesome byproduct. I don't know, so right now it is April of 2022. And I don't know if you've bought any garden soil or seed starter mix, but the stuff not only is through the roof expensive, but the quality is way down. Because I went out and I bought a bag myself just to check it out. Showing you a grub. I went out and I bought a bag myself just to check out the quality of like the vegetable growing soil and the seed starter mix, and I was not a fan. So, okay, I'm gonna take this off real quick and I'm gonna show you what we got of the seed starting mix that we were producing.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, take the lid off. We're ready for the big reveal. So this is I'm gonna try to give you some better light real quick. One moment. There we go. Now we got the flash on. Check this stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so you can squeeze it as hard as you can, and then it still breaks right apart so easily. This is some awesome black gold seed starting mix, and this was just made. Only think of real quick. What do you think the contents of this stuff is?
1 million.
1 million.
Yeah.
There was a million of something in here. This is just grass that we caught in our grass catcher with our lawnmower, and leaves that we picked up. Now, the leaves that we picked up are just bags of leaves. So we went around, and when it was leaf cleanup time, we just picked up the bags of leaves off the side of the road, threw them in our trailer, and brought them home. And you can see I've already started collecting grass right there. And as it sits, and we only mix it up one time, and then it just sits there all year long. And look how amazing this stuff is. Leaves and grass, maybe some table scraps as well, but we run it through a blender, which you'll see if you go to our very first video on how we make our compost. This stuff is magnificent. Hey buddy,
Yeah.
do you want to show them feeding the chickens the grubs?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, there's a couple of them that are out here that are still awake. Wow, they're out late. Give them some grubs, buddy.
Chicky. You saw the grubs?
Oh, there's more girls coming out. They heard about the grubs. Give them some grubs.
Okay. Hey, chicken. Come, get the grubbies. Go get them. Oh. Yeah. Don't eat my finger, chicken.
They can't see very well, so.
Oh my God.
Oh, that one just snatched it out of your hand.
Some are snatchers.
Some of them are snatchers. Okay, well, there's not enough light for that. Usually they run around like crazy ladies when Grayson gives them the grubs, but it's a little dark, so I think the flash is blinding them. So, all right, we're gonna cut away from this, and we have one more thing to say.
Subscribe, leave a notification, like, and hit that bell and leave a comment down below. Please.
So don't tell Grayson, but I've been going through more of the compost pile, and I found a whole bunch more grubs. Let me show you how much more of the compost pile I've gone through since I dropped them off at school this morning. You can see there all the stuff that's over on this side has gone through, but I still have all this over here to go through. And holy smokes, look at all these monsters. And I did a little bit of research, and I think that what these are is greenback Japanese beetle larvae. So the chickens, I don't know how many of these the chickens can eat before their tummies get full, but they're about to have some seriously full tummies. So don't tell Grayson that I've been harvesting grubs without him, and he's going to be at his mom's house for the next couple days. So Grayson, if you're watching this, look at all the grubs I got, buddy. All right, I'll catch y'all later. tap this link right here to go to our compost video, or check out the link in the description.
What do you think about that, Dad?
I think some hillbilly shit.